Yep. All right. Hey, Turbo, how you doing? So, yeah, as Tail says, I'm going to be talking to you. Really? Really? Yeah. Oh, fighting with an ATM at the moment. Are you serious? All right, fine. Confirm. Let's do this. Nah, ATM. What it's doing is it's not wanting to take this bill. So I'm trying again. If it doesn't want to work, I'm going to have to go around the building, go to the next one. Hey there, Jaxel. I'm 36. That is not Skyline, I promise. Yep. Yep. So, yeah. The ATM does not want to take this. I just said I'm 36. And why you say that? Every stream the same. One thing, I don't do anything illegal in the first place. It's one thing that you're going to have to learn if you're going to act like that, they're irrational. Then there's a issue there because it seems like you're a little bit of a kid, actually, the way you're acting there. Because one, you went through it and assumed that I'm an asshole. And two, I don't do any street racing or anything like that. Because three, it's illegal. And also, I used to work with the federal government. So that is one thing that I will not go and do because it is considered immoral. And the only thing I do is, if I do anything like that, it'd be in red line only, yes. See if this ATM's gonna work for her, if it's gonna have the same issue. But yeah, I was gonna explain kind of what happened today. And the whole ordeal, I didn't even really get to work today. Motherfucker. Fucker bit me. You bastard. Are you serious? What? Whatever. I'm done trying with you, you bastard. Well, I'm going to be going to get a bite to eat and talk a little bit about what happened today. And try to go through and... Crap, I forgot this. Better work with me on this one. So... we are gonna go and work on getting a bite to eat once I'm done here. Not really doing any work today. After kind of what happened, I'm gonna have to I drink soda and energy drinks. I've not really been much of a tea drinker, except for Brisk. Their watermelon one that they have is normally pretty good. That's about the only tea I'll drink. Ouch. But it also depends if they have it in or not. It's like hit and miss. Card back. Put this away. But yeah, basically everything that occurred. Give me a second. It's getting dark. There we go. Be able to see you guys again. Unfortunately, Turbo, because of me being on the phone doing this, for you guys to kind of see where I'm at and what I've been dealing with for, it's been what, couple of months I've not been able to be on my PC because I've been working so hard and trying to get things taken care of, especially my taxes, because if I don't get those taken care of since they raised the taxes, it's been a little bit of a rocky situation, but it is what it is, and we're working on it. So, yeah, we're doing what we can at least to get situated. There was a little, what was that? Literally just saw just a little bit. Went right down under the wire. Huh. Well, I just caught a little glimpse of whatever that was, but I didn't quite get to see exactly what it was. All I saw was tan going. So, we're gonna get bite to eat and try to park and talk. So we're got time. We're not really moving from the light yet. The light changed. But anyways, so where today there was a that occurred that wasn't wasn't anything like a car accident or anything like that. It was ordeal with an elderly male had basically around here we're sitting at 68 degrees right now, but it was like 77 degrees, and the humidity's been up there a little bit. So anyways, makes it a little harder to breathe, especially for the elderly and for anybody with asthma. I'll respond here. My text messages are going nuts. Um, I'll respond to those in a bit. But anyways, so today I was over at AutoZone, which is a parts store for your car, automotive store. And someone ran in saying that an elderly male was having a heart attack. And when me and a few other people got outside, female was on the phone in a panic, trying to explain where she was. I'm an American. I grew up out in the country for a while before we moved into the city. We're going to get bite from here. It's been a while. They're going to get ready to close soon, so. But, yeah, we are going to get some real quick. Hang on, guys. But yeah, we hang on here.
20.
Alright, yeah, and then right here's the membership normally. Because I know you guys normally do like a membership, which is like a factory discount.
Like a 10% discount. So
Yeah.
like for factories and stuff.
Yeah. That's why I was letting you know I had one. Oh, caffeine, thank you. But yeah, like I said, today elderly male was over at the auto parts store. No. Oh. 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 But yeah, like I'm working on here is the person had a fall. He was about 90 years old. No, 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 no. We're not playing that game. Vehicle's gonna try to do it again. I unplugged it. I remind you of Felix. I've been called Sasquatch, Santa Claus, almost everything. Believe it or not, I do have like a twin. Even though we're not related, we look exactly alike. I do have basically like a twin. So it's interesting. They say everyone has a twin though, so. But yeah, we ended up going through and administering first aid day. Oh. Guy had head injury, and the way it happened was someone came running into the store yelling that the guy was having a heart attack. Now, one thing I will say is always a good thing to be first aid trained, because it helps you keep from having, basically keeps you from going into a panic. When something like this happens, you go through, you have it kick in because it's pushed into your memory. So when the person came in running in saying that they thought the guy was having a heart attack, me and a few other people.
Any Arby horse ketchup?
Go ahead and throw a few Arby's and horsey in. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's the only one today.
I'm gonna try. You guys too. Alright, we got our dinner for the night. My little brother saw I'd be calling saying, "Where's mine?" But yeah, we're Unless they're going to do like 60 to try to get up here, but it's 45 through here, so. Oh. Right. So, yeah. Anyways, for you guys to kind of understand how it normally goes. So, first aid training is a good thing to have, literally. Ooh, hot. That's right. But today I used my first aid training to help an elderly person who suffered a fall. They were thought to have a heart attack first, and between me and a few other people that were there, we started right off the rip doing an assessment on them, and right off the bat, when I saw the dude, he was bleeding profusely from the head area because the fall, he was most likely up on the sidewalk a little bit. Dude was about 90 years old, and he had that fall, which is not a good thing to have, especially at that age. That's a lot rougher on the body. And so when he was trying to get up, I went through, I put my hand on him saying, don't move. This is not something that you want to move from, because any damage done to the cervical part of your spine is not good. Hey there, Clayton, how you doing? So the guy kept trying to get up, and I kept telling him, you don't get up. You do not get up. Any damage done from here down, you do not want to get up. So I kept putting that into his head. One person was freaking out a little bit, which was out there on the phone with 911, talking to dispatch. I took full control. I literally looked, because blood's coming out, and I'm keeping him calm. I'm looking at the person that came out with, saying, we need towels, lots of them, because I'm watching the blood just pour right out of the guy's, head from that fall. It's understandable. So did that. I looked at the gloves that they gave me. They were small. They weren't going to fit, Sasquatch size hands. So I gave them to the person that was going through and working on getting Meg trained in the first place. And I told them, put those on, put towels up against the back of the head, hold it firm. We want to try to control the bleed. Person on the phone was in a little bit of a panic, which is understandable, because seeing person on the ground and not, being able to get up, thinking that guy's having a heart attack right off the bat, was kind of what kind of put them into high gear, and they weren't clearly thinking. So with the training that we've went through, when I was in high school, we did, especially Boy Scouts, we had a first aid training every 6 months for Boy Scouts because we had to have our first aid certification in Boy Scouts. So we had to know what we were doing if something happened. So that lives on in me, other than the trucking. When I did drive rig, I also had to go through first aid certifications to be in a semi. For 6 years I had to re-up my certification. But basically, I stayed with the person and given clear instructions with the person on the phone with 911 on where we were, the address, and given the victim, the patient's name, because guy was talking, and the age of the person that had the fall. And we went through and stayed right with the dude, kept him from moving. Anytime he went to move, I'd put my hand on him, say, you cannot move. You have to stay as still as you can. We're working on you until Mike's get here. Mike's will be able to do a lot more for you. But it's best if you do not move right now. And when the Mike showed up, they were saying that I was an off-duty firefighter, when I had to explain I am not a firefighter. I am not off-duty. I never said I was a firefighter because someone went through and said I was. I had to clarify I am not a firefighter. I don't need in trouble for that. So I had to explain to the Mikes that I was a truck driver for over 6 years. Ooh. That's hot. That was a fresh one. But we're okay. I got a little blood on me, but that's fine. It's on my shoe, which is okay. I'll go through and throw. I don't wear shoes, but it's on my sandal. Because shoes don't fit me, because in order for me to get shoes, I gotta pay around $100 and some odd for just one pair. Yeah, no thank you. A pair of sandals are like $20 some, and I can adjust them. They did new stuff to the Arby's packets. Trying to find the horsey sauce. Interesting. Uh, but yeah, we're relaxing a little bit, trying to allow that to pass, because it's like hey, Karen. Today's been a interesting day, as I was telling a few people before they left. Basically, I was over at the Auto Parts store and had someone run in saying that an old guy fell and was having a heart attack. What they thought was a heart attack was the guy ended up losing his balance, which he was 90 years old. So I was there, and being first aid trained, I jumped into action, so did a couple others, and we were working on the guy until medics arrived. And the guy was bleeding real bad from the head. So we were doing what we had to try to help keep him, calm. I took lead because me being first aid trained. Yeah, I got a little bit of blood on me and that, but, it's alright, because it's only on my sandal. I'll have to get another pair of sandals. I haven't done any work yet because, I went out to my little brother's to do a little stuff to kind of de-stress the body. So I went out and did a little bit of work on the hammock with my little brother and his wife. So to explain the whole ordeal, if you've ever been trained, via Red Cross for certification on your stuff to be able to, identify the ordeal, take care of the person, get them the help they need as quick as possible. So how this happened, we're warm and humid. It's been that way for a little while. Elderly people tend to have it where they get, pretty bad. So, the guy, I guess, came in towards the door and forgot his wallet. He was staggering a little bit. I guess that's where the one person thought he was having a heart attack. When I got to him, it was not a heart attack. Like, I was checking him, I asked him if anything else hurt, and he was talking to me clearly. No, chest pain, no arm pain, nothing. The only thing that was hurting was the back of his head, because when he fell, he hit hard on the concrete. And he was pouring blood. So somebody's arguing over that way. So first aid training kicked in from all the first aid training that I've gone through from high school, like middle school, high school, and also when I was driving rig. So, person's on the ground. Blood's coming out, because they most likely cracked their skull. That's understandable. He kept reaching, trying to get up, and I kept telling him, you guys stay put. But we went through, me and a few other people. We were working on them. Person on the phone, hear him say that there's a off-duty firefighter. And when they went through and did that, because like I was explaining to them, because the person was in a panic. It's understandable. Your body tends to do that, which when that does happen, you gotta try to get the panic to subside for a second, clear the mind, and then go through and that helps clear your mind, doing a couple of breaths. And like, I was there, I took charge. First thing, towels. Lots of towels now. Now. Please, this guy's bleeding profusely. We need towels. Person comes out, run with towels. They're listening to instruction. That's good. This is where the first aid training is embedded, because you have to take charge of the situation, because you're the one that knows what's going on. Every time he's trying to get up, I put my hand on him. It's like, you gotta stay put. Do not move. Do not move. Any other injury within the neck, other than the head, you do not move. Stay still. We got you. We're taking care of you. You're our priority right now. Person on the phone, they're in the panic. It's like, take a breath. We're at 1042. That's the address for the parts store. And then, they're like, okay. So they go through, they tell them, dispatch, that they are here and they think the guy had a heart attack, but we figured it out right off the bat. The guy had fall. His head on the concrete, which, split his head open. Still keeping him still because we don't want him to move, because if you move, if there's any other damage to your C-spine, which is your cervical part of your, from your skull down to your shoulders, any damage there, you want a cervical collar. So we were keeping him from moving. We were also all communicating with him, we're keeping him calm. He's like, I need to get up. It's like, you cannot get up. You really gonna use a laser, motherfucker? So, in doing this, we're working. And so we're doing what we can with the dude before medics arrive. Medics arrive. They think I'm a fireman, off duty. I am not. Me explaining it, that no, I'm not, off-duty firefighter. I'm not a firefighter because I don't need hit with, impersonation. It's, I did stuff with first aid training. We were trained to be able to take action. I don't have my certifications anymore for it, but I still jumped into action. I did the stuff, kept the guy calm. We all did, me and the other people, we all worked real good together, making sure that he was going to be okay. And when the medics arrived, they were going through thinking that, there's a off-duty firefighter there. No, I am not a firefighter. I've done a little bit out of state, but that was out of state. That was in Illinois when I was down for the summer. So the fuck is this? So yeah, we stayed with the dude. Medics got there after I explained I am not, a firefighter. I didn't say I was, and, that way it was cleared up. That way I wouldn't get hit with, impersonation. So that took care of that. I still helped Max out because guy needed help and there was only 2 Mags. So no one was around to be able to hold the feet while one was holding the mill and the other was holding the head. So I helped them out. We got the stuff in, which is part of the training I went through in the first place back when I was in high school, middle school, and in college and all that. So went through, we got them loaded up into this roll unit, which is what you unravel. It's like you're putting them into a taco. So did that, put them into it, rolled them on one side with him having the C collar on, and then rolled him onto his back, pulled on the area to get the roll, where it needed to be, and then we had to roll him one more time to help adjust, because that's what you have to do. And then we laid him back on his back, slid a little bit, and then basically they moved the center part of his body over so that way it was centered. Then basically we went through, grabbed the handles, which will work just like a suitcase, and I had two handles, so basically I was at the foot holding one handle, the other one was up near the knees, so I had two handles in each hand. That helped give them a little more leeway up there, and I helped pick them up. We moved them to the gurney, the cot, and got them in there, and then they slowly adjusted them. They wanted to keep them flat as possible, so we were working on that. We got them up onto the gurney, and I helped strap them in with them. That way it was done quick, so that way they could go from there, start heading right to the hospital. They were only there maybe about 2 minutes. That's how long it took for us to get them prepped and on the gurney, into the ambulance, and to the hospital. So yeah, that's how my day went. But I figured I'd let you guys know kind of what was going on today. Yeah, this is why I always say, it's good to have the training. You'd rather be trained for it and not need it, you know. But either way, an emergency happens, you're better off knowing what to do. I did Arby's tonight. I've had family in the military. My cousin Carl, he's National Guard. Yeah, I got beef and char. Hang on, my little brother's calling. That was my little brother calling. He seen me going and he's been watching the stream a little bit. You're good there. Yeah, I got a jalapeno popper. But yeah, I gotta pick up my niece tomorrow. Ooh. But yeah, we're enjoying a meal a little early tonight compared to normally when I go and get done doing stuff. But yeah, we're sitting in the normal spot where dashers sit, so the only other time I've ate earlier has been like my nephew's birthday party. Then but yeah, after the mint, you might need a certain pH level for the mint compared to your lavender. My nephew's birthday party, yeah. My little brother's still saying I'm a dick. Glitter's still all over. But yeah, like after that, I went out to my little brother's. Me, him, and his wife have been working on the hammock. Watching the glare pop, yeah. That and sign off the confetti was hilarious. I'll have to buy more eventually of the confetti cannons. I haven't started thinking tonight if I contacted like a hammock company to see if they could do like a few runs of like RB gaming style hammocks. Just to see what it'd take to have a hammock made with my logo and everything for you guys. because I thought, because me and my little brother and his wife are working on this hammock together, and it's in paracord, so it's, pretty strong. The only thing that'll fail before the rope, the hammock, the paracord, would be the rings on 2x4. Well, me, I want oh boy. Favorite artist for music, what? And hey there, Wolf. Five Finger Death Punch is a good one. Might have a fight going on here soon. I need to play Meg twice, damn it. But yeah, one of my favorite bands for music is Five Finger Death Punch. The next one was Three Doors Down. Linkin Park used to be pretty good, when Chester was around. Chester was like top notch. Like, they were my top one. And then when Chester died, it's went kind of down. It's not really the same without Chester. Ivan does pretty good for Five Finger Death Punch. Bad Wolves was pretty good. Then you've got Rob Zombie does a real good, on some of the music. So goes through and literally takes and keeps me going. Especially when I'm doing deliveries. Because I've got Spotify on my phone. Being out in no cell service zones, I get free music. Like, I don't get any ads because the cell service tanks on some of my deliveries. So I do not get any ads here and there. Now, during cell service, yeah, I'll get ads. Ugh. Funny part though, there, Karen, with the glitter, I was laughing some more tonight. I guess like they're having a hard time. So my niece is down state with her aunt and uncle visiting her great grandfather, and they there's still glare in her hair from the birthday party back on, Saturday. They've tried everything to get out of her hair. My niece, who I'm going to have to pick up tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Why'd it kick you? That's weird. Wonder if it was a communication error between YouTube. So, the glare bomb ordeal. My niece, my little brother's, second oldest daughter, she's next oldest from my nephew. So my nephew's the oldest. She's the second oldest. Then it goes down to my other niece and then my other nephew. So basically, Saturday, when the birthday party happened, we went through and had glare all over the place. Oh, excuse me. Well, it's even in my niece's hair. She went down with my brother's wife's sister, which is her aunt, and her husband and her kids all went down to see her grandpa, which is my niece's great grandpa. And they were noticing that when she was moving, there were sparkles from the glare, all the glare from the party, just all over in her hair. They brushed it, they vacuumed her hair trying to get it out. I started laughing when I heard about it a little bit, and it's like, I got told, no more glitter. I can't promise that. I might get more. Which will be hilarious. Still. For me, Not for my little brother or his wife. They're gonna kill me. I mean, it's there. I get confetti cannons. Confetti cannons are pretty fun too. Because I set those things off. They're loud. They are loud. Someone in a side by side. Okay, buddy. Gonna turn them off. Hey, Max, how you doing? Uh, uh, been kind of rough, but I ended up going through and, man, dude, you need to turn off your high beams. Oh, I'm starting to see dots. So I'll look off to the right a little bit. But, yeah, basically, the ordeal that I went through today was a rough one, but, you know, glad I was where I was. But like I said, I got, because it's hard to get shoes my size, I'm going to have to probably get new sandals after what happened. And, you know, it's part of going through and being, you know, first aid trained. We helped a person that really needed it, especially with the way things happened. So, but I am sore today, but that's because I've been doing a hammock with my little brother and his wife. We've been working on a hammock. Basically, I'm going to be heading towards home. I'm going to relax. See if I can clean my sandals. Excuse me. They'd probably think it was something else. I know it's gonna do it. I know it's gonna do it. Don't do it. Because I'm just starting it up. There we go. We're not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I win. I beat it. Oh, but I'm gonna see if a little bit of peroxide will hopefully get some of this blood off. And then, yeah, I'm gonna probably. I gotta try hitting my bank in town, my actual branch that I normally go to, because for some reason the damn ATM does not want to take. Yeah, it's probably because it's trying to connect to the stereo. That does happen when does that. Semi has green light, but we've got time. All right. See, if I unplug it, it'll probably restore the volume, which, that can happen. All right, we be cruising. Yeah. You can hear me yet? That's good. Oh, damn. Ooh. Little pop in the back. But yeah, we are going. All right. Yeah. That was a big bug. Ouch. So I wonder if I do this. Should be able to hear me a little better now. I don't know if it worked or not, but I turned off the Bluetooth, but it'll probably try to kick back on. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. The only other ATM that might work for me to do the deposit that I gotta do to cover the bill yet. I'm hoping we'll go through over here. Coming in a lot better now since I did that. But yeah, one of the ATMs spit out 100, the one bill, because I go through and I pull it off of the card. Spits out one that has a stamp on it, and the ATM over where my other bank is, because they have multiple branches. So I'm trying to deposit this bill, and it literally is like, yeah, nope, screw you. Nope, not happening. Yeah. It's like, you bastard. All because it has a stamp on it. The ATMs there don't want to take it. There's an older ATM where I'm heading right now. It's a little older. They've not updated it yet, so I should be able to go through and deposit the money there. Then I can pay my electric bill, my water bill, and my gas bill, and be good. but it's hard telling with the way if the ATM's gonna do it or not. That's what I gotta find out. But that's why we're heading to my branch that I mainly go to. I figured you'd have your high beams on, buddy. But yeah, we're just about towards hometown here, where I normally head home. So I'm literally about 4.5 miles from home, and then five. Ooh, that was a fat one. Big fat moth just right out the window. But yeah, we're going and heading towards the house. First, the bank. Make sure they'll take the money. Because if it will not, then I gotta go through and use that for my bill tomorrow. I'll just give them cash. They charge you a fee either way when you use card, which is messed up for the city to do, but oh well. So if it won't take the bill, I'll use that directly for the city. That way I don't have an extra fee, but I'm still going to pay the little wire bill from $30 a month to about 85. So if I have to, that was another fat one. Yeah. Wait a minute. They fixed the light. I'll be damned. And there was another fat bug. Oh, wrong light. This light still isn't. I got my finger on the damn light. Alright, we are going down the hill to where we're normally at. But yeah, we've had a little bit of a rough day today. I'm really doing deliveries, so no money made today, but we did help someone. Hey there, Abby's Life. How you doing? Glad to have you. I haven't left my lane. Someone walking. I still look both ways on the train track. Even with a signal, it's habit. I'm over at the bank. Yeah. Ow. Ow. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Yep. I smell fire. Try this again. Literally scans the bill. Nope, it doesn't. You. Nah. Going rounds with other ATM because someone put a stamp on the bill. The ATM voids it. someone stamped a bill, and the one ATM spit out, but no other ATM will take it after it dispenses that, which is bullshit. Yeah, on the ATM it says no paper clips, no staples, no envelopes. Doesn't say anything about a stamp, which is ink. Jackass with the high beams. I'm seeing dots. Oh, this man. Uh, Come on, eyes. Jackass with the high beams. Oh, fuck. I can barely see a damn thing. Oh, there we go. Still seeing dots though, but not as bad. Fucking assholes. All right, we are about home. Hey, hey, hey. Between lack of caffeine and oh, we're home. Oh, well, we're home. We're gonna relax, call it a night. Gonna get my meds early for once. And yeah, we're just gonna take it easy. My uncle's coming up from Texas. He's the blues singer and all that. He's gonna be up for the family reunion. I'm gonna be going to that. And there's another thing that I gotta go to yet, other than my surgeon I gotta see here on the 5th. So I'm going to see this new surgeon, see what's going on, see what they're going to do. And yeah, we're basically working on getting everything, taken care of. If everything goes good, we're going to be hopefully not having to worry anymore about it. But like when I have this next surgery done, like I said, before I have it done, I'm going to be having my face shaved and my hair. So that way we have no issues for the surgeon. Then we're going to go through and be in for surgery probably next day. I'll shave before my surgery. That's what I always do. So I'll shave, cut my hair, which I do it all myself. So yeah, basically I'll be doing that. I gotta get a new razor yet, which I don't have the money for it, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a small camper. So yeah, we're working hard, like I said normally, but today I didn't get to. After what happened, I kind of went out to my little brother's, helped me kind of de-stress because like that was a thing that you know was something that kind of helped me out a little bit to do to help me deal with what happened today. So yeah, we'll try to be back here again for you guys, and I'll see how I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna get some peroxide and see if I can get the blood off my sandals, or if not, I'm gonna have to get another new pair, which for me it's like $20. What shoes used to cost when I was younger and a little kid before my feet became Sasquatch size. It's hard finding size 18 quadruple E's. It's like they have to kill two cows to make a pair of shoes for someone like me. Sex. So yeah, we're home. We're gonna relax, take it easy, clean my sandals, clean up in case there is anything on me, and that way it's easier. But I've not seen anything on me. I might have a little bit, I don't know. So the only thing I can do is that to be safe. So yeah, we're calling it. We're gonna call it a night. Take it easy, relax, and hopefully the trick works. If not, I'm gonna go to a store, get a new pair of shoes. Well, sandals, because they don't make shoes my size at the regular stores. So yeah, fun. But anyways, you guys, I hope you guys have a good night, a good afternoon, a good evening, and good morning, wherever you guys are, and whenever you guys are watching this. As always, remember to be kind to one another. You guys are always appreciated. You guys always show up and give your support, which is always amazing. Always glad to have you. You guys are always amazing. You guys always have the beautiful attitude. So, I'm always happy to sit and talk with you guys. You know, even like today, yeah, we're home. You know, especially with how today kind of went. You know, we uh we needed to go out and do something, and that's kind of what I did today. Was went out to my little brother's. Me, him, and his wife have been working on a hammock and doing that to get me a hammock again because I've not had a hammock in years. I mean, years. It's been uh, 16 years, give or take. So, so yeah, we're working on a hammock, and I mean, it's a heavy duty hammock. Then I got to thinking to myself, what if my subscribers wanted a hammock? And it'd have to be like RB Gaming branded for you guys. That way you could have a hammock where it'd have my logo and all that for you guys. That's something that I thought of. And it's something that I think would be kind of cool to get for you guys if possible. So I've been running it through my head, racking it through, trying to figure out a way to do it for you guys. So I'm gonna check around, see if there's a company that might do it, and if so, how much they'd charge. Then I can tell you guys, and if you guys want something like that, I'll see how much it'll cost to do it. But anyways, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will catch you guys here again when I am on and about, hopefully on my way back. So, you guys, take it easy, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.